one, my country talk waiting. Listen, whether or not you accept my country is a force to reckon with. Me and the agree. This is an enemy that is strong. So we got to be technical to what they do. We thank my country people for this wonderful job. Now, we'll go ahead.
Now the actual indictment document is for Eric Totano, where he be indicted as Nafisian for here on the 24th of April 2025. Eric Totano he be indicted by the District of Maryland Court. Okay, so I will read the indictment for now as Nafisian for here. The talk say in the United States District Court for the District of Maryland, the United States of America versus Eric Totano, aka the Garring Master, aka stands for also known as the Garring Master. So Eric Totano na the defendant. So when I see for here the talk say na the charges, and this way the charge conspiracy to provide material support. This one na the law number 18 USC 2339 alpha, material support to terrorist organization. So if you input this for a search engine or Google search engine or whatever search engine you use, just type in USC 2339 alpha, it will bring that information as soon as they charge you with providing material support to terrorists. So this one are terrorism related charges. They charge Eric Tato with providing material support to a terrorist organization. They also charge him with interstate communication of threat to kidnap or injure when 18 USC 875C, and also they talk about forfeiture in accordance with these other United States statutes or the laws. But before I continue for read this document for una go see I'm saying now the case number that when 1:25-CR-00129-GLR, and my fist and the file I'm on the 24th of April 2025, and this one at page 1 of 18. So make we continue. So the documents it continue for talk say the indictment count number 1, conspiracy to provide material support to a terrorist organization. For part 1 for here, they just give a background story, say Cameroon is then for Africa, and you get 10 regions, you get Northwest and Southwest where they talk English, and the other one them they talk now French. So the English region they call and say Anglophone, and the other regions where they talk French they call and say Francophone. So that one are the background story. And then they continue for talk say the United States of America and Cameroon are at peace with each other. So there is no conflict between America and Cameroon. Point number 2, the talk say, so for point number 2, the talk say certain members of the Anglophone regions of Cameroon are seeking the secession of the Northwest and the Southwest regions of Cameroon to form a new country they call AMBAZONIA. Now we're there for page 2. So for continue, for page 2, the talk say you get armed separatist militias, them way they need to just attack Cameroon military, but they intentionally attack civilian population for Cameroon in an attempt for force the Cameroon government and intimidate Cameroon government for allow the Anglophone regions, they made a divide, made a secede, go form a different country from Francophones them. So these so-called separatist fighters, they frequently refer to them as Amber Boys them. The violence involving the Anglophone separatists in Cameroon is often referred to as the Anglophone crisis. So for paragraph 3, the talk say, at all times relevant to the indictment, the defendant, Eric Tato, also known as the Garring Master, was a citizen of Cameroon residing in Maryland and a prominent member of the Cameroonian diaspora with a large social media following. Eric Tato sought to raise funds to support the Amber Boys in carrying out violent attacks in Cameroon and called for the murder, kidnapping and maiming, aka garring. For tell now say they know say garry. To garry means to maim. For maim means for cut person in hand, cut person in body parts. So basically what they talk now say Eric Tato will raise money for fund Amber Boys are violent attacks against civilians and the destruction of public educational and cultural property in Cameroon. So these two paragraphs, then paragraph number 4 and paragraph number 5, will be very important because they talk about unindicted co-conspirator 1 and unindicted co-conspirator number 2. So the talk say, unindicted co-conspirator number 1 is being a citizen of the United States where he been a part of the Cameroonian diaspora in Maryland, and the unindicted co-conspirator number 2 na Mark Barretta, when a native of Cameroon residing in Belgium or the United Kingdom. Now he did for United Kingdom, but back then for 2019 he be there for Belgium. So now Mark Barretta they talk about. So as I tell you now the co-conspirators them that they don't really start name them. Some of them they talk say unindicted, but there are current ongoing process for make sure say they be indicted. Now why the way all of them they panic right now, my country people them. Ma just tell you now straight away, this co-conspirator number 1 where they talk for here, na Christensia Asong, and co-conspirator number 2 where they talk for here, na Mark Barretta. But many of them, they go down. Maybe not only these 3, where they name them for this document, many of them go down. So for continue, they talk about the manner and the means of the conspiracy. So for paragraph 6, they talk about the manner and the means by which the defendant and his co-conspirators sought to accomplish the purpose and objects of the conspiracy, included, amongst others, the following. Paragraph 7. Eric Tato and his co-conspirators used social media platforms such as Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter to call for the murder, maiming, and kidnapping of civilians in Cameroon, including both ordinary citizens as well as civilian members of government. In particular, Eric Tato and his co-conspirators targeted those believed to be working for or collaborating with the government, sometimes referred to as blacklegs. Blackleg don't enter American dictionary for court. Including municipal officials, traditional chiefs, and employees of the Cameroon Development Corporation, the CDC, a government-owned company that grows, processes, and sells bananas, palm oil, and rubber. So Eric Tato personally authored hundreds of social media posts in which he called for attacks against Cameroonian civilians, and he raised money for buy weapons and also threatened people where ECM say that they cooperate with Cameroon government. Now the American government they talk, no people na countryman. They talk say the social media posts they will be regularly viewed by tens of thousands of people them, including the Amba boys themselves and their leaders them. And Eric Tato they ask people to say, una share. It be the encourage people them for share and disseminate that radicalization and incitement. So for paragraph 8, they talk to Eric Tato and his co-conspirators them they will direct the maiming of civilians in Cameroon by the severing of their limbs, a practice that Eric Tato called garring, in reference to a popular African food known as garri. These people, they don't do their research. They like say they don't watch my videos them. Of course they watch them. So they talk about garri were being made from fried mashed cassava tubers. So Eric Tato used the phrase small garri for refer to removing fingers and small appendages, and the phrase large garri to refer to the removal of large limbs or killing people. Eric Tato reveled in his self-styled name known as the Garri Master or Master of Mutilation. Paragraph 9 talks say Eric Tato and his co-conspirators them they also called Ghost Town. Paragraph 9 talks to Eric Tato and his co-conspirators them they be called for ghost towns in Cameroon, where it means the prohibition of school attendance, businesses and commercial activities, government functions and travel in specific towns on specific days, and threatened to punish anyone who violated their ghost towns with murder, maiming, and kidnapping. Paragraph 10 talks to Eric Tato and the criminal co-conspirators them they will direct Cameroonians not to participate in electoral process by voting or running for office, and threaten to punish anyone who violated their orders with murder, maiming, and kidnapping. So for paragraph 11, they talk to Eric Tato and his criminal co-conspirators them, they will raise money for supply weapons, ammunitions, and explosive materials them for Amba boys them, where they could use them, amongst other things, for enforced ghost towns and for carry out violent attacks against civilians and also non-civilians. One such fundraising campaign, they call them say, the National AK Campaign, when Mark Barretta started, and that National AK Campaign was designed to arm each Amba boy in Cameroon with AK-47 rifle. So they talk say Eric Tato and your co-conspirators them they raise money through videos the way they post them for social media and they share those videos them and also in-person fundraisers the way they ask people them to donate their money and they also directed contributions to be made to Eric Tato and also unindicted co-conspirator number 1. Yes, Christensia Asong. Now Christensia Asong they talk and so or they asked me to send the money to unindicted co-conspirator number 2, Mark Barretta. Yes. So they talk say between 2018 and 2020, Eric Tato and the Amber terrorist fundraisers they will raise up to 110,000 US dollars, and portions of that money they will send them directly to the Amber boys for Cameroon or neighboring Nigeria. So paragraph number 12, they talk to Eric Tato and the co-conspirators. They be broadcast threats against civilian population and raise money for buy weapons and other expenses. Eric Tato communicated directly with the AMBAZONIA generals commanding Aba boys on the ground in Cameroon, and on multiple occasions he be personally take credit for the murder, maiming and kidnapping of civilians by the Aba boys in furtherance of their separatist cause. Fantastic. Eric Tato go answer. So paragraph 13 talk about specific allegations where they talk say for July 2018, Aba boys they be kidnapped, beat and torture 9 traditional chiefs from the area of Boya in Cameroon Southwest region, including Mbanda, chief of the village of Lisoka, who later died as a result of injuries he sustained in captivity. This particular one, Tapang Ivo as well, go down for this particular murder of this chief. So when I say when the FBI will come on the ground for Cameroon, they do their investigation, we take them around, they ask questions, they gather, they fax them. Before they go now, they go write these indictments them. When I see them from the indictment, say they don't do a meticulous job for charge Eric Tato with specific crimes, and they talk about dates, times, names, and whatnot. Okay? So paragraph number 14, they talk say, in or about July the 16th, 2018, Eric Tato issued a series of audio messages in which he announced a ghost town in the Anglophone regions of Cameroon and warned that anyone who came out of their homes would be garried by Amber boys. In response, several individuals in Cameroon contacted Eric Tato directly to ask for clarification about the ghost town order. My contributor, before I continue, why would I think say they talk about several people contacted Eric Tato for clarifications, all of these things? Now, because the FBI it get access to Eric Tato, your WhatsApp metadata. They know who he will talk to, when he will talk to them. They get the specific dates. See, they talk about the July the 18th, 2018. They get access to all of these things, all these crimes, where this shumbu, they don't commit them. Even if you delete them for your phone, they still get access. They will just go for WhatsApp, ask them, say this particular number, give we metadata. They'll give all things where you don't talk about, going back to the very first day where you create that WhatsApp group or WhatsApp page or WhatsApp account. They get the ability for go right to Facebook, the company itself, or Meta, where they own WhatsApp, and they will get all their communications then. So no, they commit crime for Facebook, you think that you will get away with it. You will not. You will not. So paragraph 15 talks on or around the 18th of July 2018, in a video that was shared on YouTube, Eric Tato justified the recent kidnappings of traditional chiefs by Amber boys in Cameroon Southwest region. Eric Tato warned that we have 5 more chiefs to arrest. He also threatened victim 1, a business owner in the Southwest region, saying that he's going to be a special garry case. I will garry his 2 hands and 2 legs. At that time when Eric Tato talk those things, they talk say, my name is Eric Tato, quote me anywhere. Now me I talk him, see him. The chickens have come home to roost. Eric Tato talk say, I will marry them again. I will garry his 2 hands and 2 legs. Eric Tato went on to encourage people to report suspected spies for the government and warned that the Amber boys would maim them, saying that my name is Eric Tato, quote me anywhere, anytime, I will garry that person. Why this indictment sweet? Oh, it's sweet. When Eric Tato be talk other thing them since 2018, I be no say one thing I wanted this boy go answer. The day don't reach, they don't dawn. This indictment is sweeting me. It says my name is Director to quote me anywhere, anytime. I will garry that person. So paragraph 16 for here talks say on 13th of August 2018 or around that time, in another video where Eric Tato shared for YouTube, Eric Tato be broadcast, it talks say the author of the garri process, Nayi, it claims that Nayi be the author for garri process, and it talks say people they know what I mean by garri. Eric Tato also called for a ghost town in the city of Manfe the following day, saying that the mayor of Manfe would be arrested. We are going to apply the garri process on one of his legs if he acted without the permission of the Amber Boy militias them. So this particular threat where Eric Tato be threatened for here, now for the former mayor for Manfe, Ayuk Takunchong John Sr. So, Pa, your name na a mouthful. It's not easy for pronounce. So now the former mayor for Manfe will be threatening you for this particular post. So the former mayor for Manfe, if you hear now, know say the FBI knows about you and the threats and where Eric Tato it posed them against you, and finally Eric Tato go answer for your crimes them for that particular specific attack and threat where he level them against you. So paragraph 17 it go on for talk say around the 16th of August 2018, in another video that was shared on YouTube, Eric Tato announced that election is banned in AMBAZONIA. Eric Tato also conveyed that there would be a travel ban in AMBAZONIA the following week and encouraged people to get the details from unindicted co-conspirator number 2's Facebook page when Mark Barretta. He said, when I go get the details from Mark Barretta, he page. And then Eric Tato warned that anyone who violated the travel ban would be maimed. It be one. It talks say we will not give garri to your one hand or your one leg. We will give garri to your entire body. Oh, this indictment is sweet. This they will give garri to your entire body. They continue for talk say they go garri, the kind garri way now only your family member it go come for carry you because that garri will be too heavy. Oh, those threats at that time when I be the panic, when I be the fear for come up for answer when I talk say Eric Tato don't talk, and now so to poor una fear of the unknown when I lock on ourselves she don't inside house because of this shumbu. Finally, they go pay for your crimes and those threats the way it be make up.
I want to say this very clearly. That the time for jokes is over. I mean, when I say over, I mean like completely over. And this elite don't understand what's going on. That is why, from Monday, they will start getting the heat. I have taken a personal initiative to make sure that they start feeling the heat. They will hear from me. And the people of AMBAZONIA, they will hear. Those elites will hear. Members should remember what happened in Binjom. It will happen again to all of them who are in that meeting. I want to say this in my name as Eric Tato. Quote me anywhere. None of those elites will enter AMBAZONIA again. None. Now, during or after independence, they will not be able to enter AMBAZONIA. It is clear. We have already taken the measures to ensure that we go on these elites. Let me be clear here. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry for that little interruption. Let me be clear here that these elites who came from Yaoundé to converge on the federal capital of AMBAZONIA have committed a felony. The crime is a felony, and we will treat them accordingly. Trust me. When I say trust me. I mean, who is Mengo? Who does he represent? Tebetano, Mafani, Mbenamoki, all those people from Yaoundé. Who are they speaking for? That's the question I want to ask. Who are they speaking for? You come to our territory and then you talk about things. My goodness. It is simple. Let me say this. We will put garri in their houses. They need garri. Yes. Restoration forces, you understand what I'm saying? We will put garri in their houses. Senator Tabetandu needs garri in his house. Member needs another garri in his house. Mafani Musonge needs garri in his house. Melamoki, you need garri in your house. In your farms, you need garri. We will give you garri in your farm. You use garri as fertilizer. Yes, you will use garri as fertilizer. All their farms will be garri. We'll give them enough garri. They need garri. They need garri. Excuse me. This one is a clear message. I'm not mixing my words. I'm saying things that will start happening from Monday. That from Monday, we'll start giving all these elites enough garri, whether in Yaoundé, or in Boya, or in Manu, or in the BLM, or in Kupe Manimbuba. Anywhere, we will take garri to them. They need it. They need garri. And so they should have this message that we have started the process of garri, and they will have garri. They will have garri and they will partake in the process. They will go through the process. Our elites, the people go strong for Boya, open their mouth, and then they talk nonsense. You know why they talk? Now because they still enjoy some level for peace and security.
Yes, so make we go ahead, make we continue. Now we dey now for page 6, when paragraph 18, the talk say on or about August the 26th, 2018, in a video that was later shared on YouTube, Eric Titus stated that any child who violated the ban on school attendance in the Anglophone regions would be maimed, warning that give them small garri. Is a give them garri on his finger, and then demonstrated how to cut off the finger at the bottom of the palm. He said, when we give 100 children garri on this finger, they no go talk about school. Eric Tato explained that it was acceptable to hurt stubborn children because when it is war, and there is no school in war zone. In the same video, Eric Tato criticized elites in Cameroon Southwest. I get that particular video. This particular video where they talk about Eric Tato, this particular video where they talk about August 26, 2018, 90s, and I'm going to play a snippet of that video for now right now. When I listen to what the FBI they write about. When I listen.
Mommy and Papa, listen for me. Nami, Eric Tato, now I want to tell you. Say, the issue for school, for mention the word school, for every talk about further anything about school, na taboo. Na wait, na taboo. Na taboo. When they get one man there for war, they need to talk about school. School not be tiwe with the thinker. In fact, school not ever there for any type of discussion for social media. Now whether we know I can talk about school because it not be thing for talk about. School not be thing for talk about. Because say people not understand what will happen. For me, Eric Tato, I want talk say I don't need for talk when they tell us say na La Republic will go do this for school. No, any pikin where go school, it is against the rules for AMBAZONIA. Me they give that pikin small garri. Give garri for one finger. If we give like 20, 50, 100 pikin them garri for that one finger, did a middle finger so. Give them small garri me the whole and for the finger so. The one. Give the garri for the finger for the one so. Me want small garri. Say to go school. When we give like 100 pikin and garri, they chop for the finger. When they chop garri for the finger, none of them will talk about school. Ma tell you one thing. Forget about that noise. When they talk say education will make will get independent, will be an adult people. Forget about that stuff. Nothing really exists like that one for the world. When people have a war na war. You know the first time picking for school where others are the fight. Now we are slave for the fight. So if person every cat of fan for come on Facebook can talk. Me like Republic Marky X say no other can Cameroon. See they get that independence. Now you want to go school. You know we go that school. You know we go that school. School not there for AMBAZONIA. They don't talk and that is final. School not be discussion. That is until people can't talk about social media at all. Now zero school for inside town or for bush or any place school that exists. For bush them are the worst thing. So when we talk say school not there, it means that school not there. So no way not there way. When I talk say, oh me the same picking them. Which school? Which school? Now I say which school? Any picking way go school for September. Any day go school for September. No matter say like Republic will come. We will go give garring for the one finger. So the one, the middle finger. We go give garring there. And if it's strong head again, we give garring for a dominant hand. Me will and go give papa there for house. And you the papa will send picking for school. We go give you two garring. No school, me say no school. No teacher no go school. No principal. No head teacher. No person no go school for AMBAZONIA. That is final. That is the fact. Any teacher will go school for AMBAZONIA. Una garring one hand. Una give garring me will one hand. And me at top. Call me anywhere, but not every cattle. Una not talk at the top. So they don't keep people them. 7,000 when I sit talk about school. Because school go only profit in the Republic. School go profit in the Republic and that is for Yaoundé. School not be profit you for nothing at this time. You don't get nothing but benefit from school.
So when I don't hear from Eric Tato himself, now exactly that video this way, the FBI they talk about for paragraph 18 for here when they talk, they even go on to talk about how Eric Tato they criticize the elites and he threatened them, the elites of the Southwest region. He talks that they collaborate with Cameroon government and he once said their farms, they go garage their farms them and their house and exactly which way Eric Tato talk. Said they go burn their properties them down. So evidence there for all of these things them. And I remember when Eric Tato talk all these things them, whether not for Gary picking their hands them or for target the elites them for Southwest. At that time, Eric Tato be think say he be invincible. You say where you be watch and you be think say that freedom of speech, right? Right? So America, you don't get freedom of speech now. He only talk for Facebook, oh. But now in this way, they for court, it go answer for that talk what you talking for Facebook. Because yes, you get freedom of speech, but there are consequences for that speech. And also, Ayuk Tabe, when I also Southwest man, where Eric Tato, if they do most of these things them, for Ayuk Tabe in name, say that they take Ayuk Tabe go court on this day, make we declare lockdown, make we court picking their hand them. Wait till Ayuk Tabe, you don't ever talk about this. It should be quiet. That man wicked past Eric Tato self. Because you call yourself leader and they are doing all these things then in your name. You never ever come on one day for condemn and for talk say no. The picking they be innocent. We're not supposed to target school picking them. No. Ayuk Tabe should be quiet. All of them, all people, the Mark Barretta, the Tapang, the Kaput, and all of them, they either should be quiet or they even encourage more of that nonsense. So all of them, they will pay one by one. So we'll continue my contributor. We'll go for paragraph number 19 now. This one too now big one. So paragraph number 19 now a big one too. The talk say on about September the 3rd, 2018, in a video that was shared on YouTube, Eric Tato warned on or about September the 3rd, 2018, on a video that was shared on YouTube. Eric Tato warned that all those who went to work for the local government in Southwest Region's Boya subdivision would be kidnapped and maimed, as would their family members. Of course, it targeted their family members as well. And they actually quote he said, if you go to that council, we will arrest you and we will make sure that we give a bit of garri to you. If you go to the council, we will go to your house and take your family. We will take your children. We will take your sister. We will take your wife. We will take your brother. Eric Tato added that he had spoken to the Amber Boy militia in that area and they know what to do. So if you are a worker in Boya, listen, if you go to work, when they catch you, you will be garried. Full-fledged garri on your two hands. The garri master go answer, he go answer. So paragraph 20 in a short one, the talk say, Around the 31st of October 2018, Aba boys attacked and cut off the fingers of victims at CDC and the CDC farm in the town of Tico in Cameroon Southwest region within days after Eric Tato's photo of